Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Little Chapel of Faith. My name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you're on any of those or all of those, please like, subscribe, and share. We are doing our readings from the Diary of St Faustina. We do have a playlist on YouTube with the readings thus far. We are halfway through the book. And, okay. Couldn't read very much yesterday, so I'm going to hope for a little better today. Do apologize. All right. We are on page 317, number 804. My Jesus, how little these people talk about you. They talk about everything but you. Jesus, and if they talk so little about you, it is quite probable they do not think about you at all. The whole world interests them, but you, their creator, there is silence, Jesus. I am sad to see this great indifference and gratitude of centuries. Oh, my Jesus, I want to love you for them and to make atonement to you by my love. Immaculate Conception of the Mother of God. From early morning, I felt the nearness of the Blessed Mother during Holy Mass. I saw her so lovely and so beautiful that I have no words to express even a small part of her beauty. This was all in white, with a blue sash around her waist. Her cloak was also blue. There was a crown on her head. Marvelous light streamed forth from her whole figure. I am the Queen of heaven and earth, but especially the mother of your congregation. She pressed me to her heart and said, I feel a constant compassion for you. I felt the force of her immaculate heart, which was communicated to my soul. Now I understand why I have been preparing for this feast for 2 months, and have been looking forward to it with such yearning. From today onwards, I am going to strive for the greatest purity of soul, that the rays of God's grace may be reflected in the brilliance. I long to be a crystal in order to find favor in his eye. The same day I saw a certain priest, probably Father Sapochko or Father Andras, who was surrounded by the splendor which flowed from her. Evidently, the soul loves the Immaculate One. An extraordinary yearning fills my soul. I am surprised that it does not separate the soul from the body. I desire God. I want to become immersed in him. I understand that I am in a terrible exile. My soul aspires for God with all its might. O you inhabitants of the fatherland, be mindful of this exile. When will the veils be lifted for me as well? Although I see and feel to a certain extent how very thin is the veil separating me from the Lord. I long to see him face to face, but let everything be done according to your will. December 11th. I could not assist in the whole Mass today. I assisted in only the most important parts, and after receiving Holy Communion, I immediately returned to my solitude. The presence of God suddenly enveloped me, and at the same moment I felt the passion of the Lord for a very short while. During that moment, I attained a more profound knowledge of the work of mercy. During the night, I was suddenly awakened, and I knew that some soul was asking me for prayer, and that it was in much need of prayer. Briefly, but with all my soul, I asked the Lord God for grace for her. The following afternoon, when I entered the ward, I saw someone dying and learned that the agony had started during the night. When I verified it, it had been at the time I had been asked for a prayer. And just then I heard a voice in my soul, say the chaplet which I taught you. I ran to fetch my rosary and knelt down by the dying person, and with all the ardor of my soul, I began to say the chaplet. Suddenly, the dying person opened her eyes and looked at me. I had managed not to finish the entire chaplet when she died. With extraordinary peace, I fervently asked the Lord to fulfill the promise he had given me for the recitation of the chaplet. The Lord gave me to know that the soul had been granted the grace he had promised me. This was the first soul to receive the benefit of the Lord's promise. I could feel the power of mercy envelop that soul. When I entered my solitude, I heard these words. At the hour of their death, I defend my own glory. Every soul that will say this chaplet, or when others say it for a dying person, the pardon is the same. When the chaplet is said by by the bedside of a dying person, God's anger is placated, unfathomable mercy envelops the soul, and the very depths of my tender mercy are moved for the sake of the sorrowful passion of my Son. Oh, if only everyone realized how great the Lord's mercy is and how much we will all need that mercy, especially at that crucial hour. I'm going to leave that there. Her story just amazes me every time I read a new passage of it. I just, what I wouldn't give to experience anything that she experienced. Just a little bit of it. Can you imagine? Yeah. But I'm just struggling for a pencil here. There we go. But just a great story. Wow, that's all I can say. But anyway, hope you're all having a beautiful day. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Be well, be safe, be kind to each other. May God bless us all.